doggies. Hello, all you wonderful people out there in the dark. Thank you for joining me again. This is video 3 of Ryan's trip to the Walt Disney World Resort. And today we're going to focus a little bit on Disney Springs. Now, Disney Springs is the dining and shopping extravaganza there in Orlando, and it is awesome. It is massive, it is majestic, it is beautiful. You could probably easily spend a whole day there eating, drinking, being merry, and having a blast. I wish I had more time. I didn't get to be there in the evening. From what I understand, it is beautiful. They have live music. Even in the era of COVID, they do the best they can to really make it as much fun as possible. And I think they did a terrific job. To give you an idea of its size, as you all know, down here in Anaheim, we have Downtown Disney between Disneyland and Disneyland California Adventure. And in comparison, my best way to describe it is Downtown Disney is like a strip mall, and Disney Springs is like the Mall of America. It is massive and huge. It is beautiful. When I was there, it was a beautiful day, though it did rain a little bit. Always bring an umbrella. But as always, I wanted to give you just a brief history before we take a look at some of my videos around Disney Springs. Now, back in 1975, this area, as I'm sure it was a little bit smaller, was known as the Lake Buena Vista Shopping Village. And as we've learned, Lake Buena Vista was one of the cities that the Disney organization named as they were creating that massive complex the size of San Francisco there in Orlando. About 1977, the name became Walt Disney World Village, and I'm sure it expanded some. And then at some point in the 80s, it became the Disney Village Marketplace. Then in 89, it became Downtown Disney. Now in 1989, out here in California, there was no Disney California Adventure. Therefore, there was no Downtown Disney. It was still a parking lot. There was just simply Disneyland. So it was Downtown Disney for quite a long time. One of the things that they had done, I think, is it segmented it into 4 or 5 sections. And in 89, there was an area called Pleasure Island, which is now known as the Landing. But in the 80s through like 2007 or 2008, it was sort of a area for clubs, dance clubs, things of that nature for 21 and over. Though I don't know if it was like that all the time, but certainly an area more geared for adults and more late night activities. And then after 2008, it was named Disney Springs, which is what we know as we know it today. It is absolutely amazing. I bought a hat there. I wish I could have spent more time. I might have already said that, but take a look at these videos. It'll kind of give you a taste of what it was like. Again, sometimes I don't talk a whole lot because I've got a mask over my mouth and I sound muffled and you may not be able to hear me. But there's a couple of really interesting things. The Hangar 21 bar, which is based off of the character Jacques Lindsay, who flew the seaplane in the Raiders of the Lost Ark. You'll remember his character, he's fishing as Indiana Jones is running down the hill being chased by the natives going, "Jacques, start the plane, start the plane." Indy jumps into the plane and there's the big snake. And he's like, "There's a big snake in the plane, there's a big snake in the plane." And he's like, "That's just my pet snake, Reggie." When we first learned that Indy doesn't like snakes. Well, in this bar, there's a drink called Reggie's Revenge. That's where that name comes from. The bar is sort of based on that character that can't be in the movie for more than 2 minutes, but they built this whole myth around him, and that this started as a hangar, became a bar. But you'll note one of the videos, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but you'll see little voodoo dolls of Indiana Jones, Short Round, which is from Temple of Doom, and then Kate Capshaw's character Willie. There's 3 voodoo dolls on the wall. I tried to talk about it, but I fear that it was too noisy and you may not be able to hear it. But take a look. I think you'll get a kick out of it. Anyway, well, I'll see you after the video.
So I'm here today at Disney Springs. It's about 1,000 times larger than downtown Disney. I'm going to spend a little bit of time walking around showing you the sights. I've taken some pictures. I'm going to try to eat at the hangar bar behind us, which is the famous one, Jock from Indiana Jones. And then a little later today, we're going to head over to Epcot. But enjoy. Hey look, a Planet Hollywood. I didn't know there were any left. Probably the last one. In North County, away a long time ago. Beautiful fountain. Here's Enzo's Hideaway. It's another restaurant I wish I could try, but we just won't have time. Absolutely beautiful here today. It's overcast. It was raining earlier, but the weather is perfect. About 60 degrees, a slight breeze. Walk down these stairs. Here's Enzo's Hideaway. Really so secret, but from what I understand, it has terrific pizza. I love the speakeasy vibe. Kind of tucked away back here underneath the bridge. Presidio 37. This is the Edison restaurant. I won't be able to get in there. From what I understand, the food is very, very good, and the atmosphere is very sort of steampunk 30s. It's supposed to be great, but anyway. Maybe we can see through the glass here. I doubt it. Try. Kind of gives you an idea what's going on in there. See their Christmas tree. That's their front lobby. See the chairs. And that's about all we're going to be able to see. There's a shot at Edison Tower. Kind of cool. Look, blue skies. No, not really. That's the inside of my umbrella. Still raining. But again, some more of Disney Springs. We're headed into an area that's got coverings. So let's press on here. Getting more crowded, I will say that. More and more people. Pays to be early. Oh look, Nicole, a Kate Spade store. Good morning. Okay, out of the rain. After Fred's. Here at Bradley. I don't know if that's a good store. My sister would know. Water. Actually, a couple of empties. Or they're just closed. But absolutely beautiful. And they are doing here a Christmas stroll. Tree stroll, anyway. Anyway, we're about ready to pop out the other side, so we'll check back later. So there you go. A massive Coca-Cola store. I'm sure they have every style of Coke from around the world, as well as t-shirts. And there again is that Planet Hollywood, the only one left in the world. And starting to get a windy. Actually, the distance there, you can see the Edison Tower, so we're kind of coming back around. We sort of taken the tour. You can kind of see the balloon there in the background. So, for the most part, I think you guys have now seen all of Disney Springs. I have to say, it's amazing. Pretty cool. Ooh, frozen beer. Huh, a little cool for frozen beer. See this? You see what I'm seeing? How can you go wrong with frozen beer? Look at that. Okay guys, here we are again. Shop for Ireland. I don't know who this fellow is. Yeah, that's what my hair will look like soon enough. He's got the hat and glasses, so there's no beard, a little disturbing. The rain continues. But there's the place I'm hoping to get to ahead of us, the Hangar Bar. I'd like maybe to try this wine bar too. I've heard good things about it. It's supposed to have some really good wine. You know how I am with wine. We'll see. I'm hoping the rain may keep people away, so I may get lucky. The place doesn't open for another hour or so, but let's just sort of head that way. It's getting kind of windy. There's the boathouse. Hey guys, look at this. This way, the Chapel Hats, which is really just behind this glass here. I don't know, I might need to check them out. I do like a good hat. Uh-oh, look what I found. Chapel Hats. Uh-oh. Yeah, I gotta go in. This way to Chapel Hats. Let's check it out. Look at all these hats. I have a feeling this is gonna cost me a lot of money. These are great. Get rid of this hat. What do you guys think? Dump this hat, get another hat. Oh boy, oh boy. I'm gonna talk to this nice lady and see what we can't figure out. All right, as you can see, I walked out of Chapel Hats with a new hat. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't know how I'm gonna get the other hat home, but I'll figure it out. I'll mail it, I guess. Anyway, let's keep moving along, shall we? Okay, so I'm standing in line, or I guess since I'm on the East Coast, I'm standing online here at the Hangar Bar. They don't open for about 15 minutes. It's pouring rain, but a couple pretty cool Christmas decorations, a wreath. And again, Jacques, you remember Raiders of the Lost Ark, the Steven Spielberg movie from 1980. Okay, we made it into the Hangar Bar. There's Reggie's Revenge. There it is in its container. Here's the bar. had Reggie's Revenge. It's very good. It's full of alcohol. Very, very good. We ordered some appetizers, but this is a great bar. If you're ever in town, I highly recommend coming to it. So I took a picture of exactly what's in Reggie's Revenge, and we'll show it here in just a second so you can see exactly what's in it. Next up, I think I'm going to get the eggnog. It's also full of alcohol, so that should be really good too. Okay, for the record, the Hangar Bar has the coolest napkins ever. They're shop rags. Fantastic. So this is the container that Reggie's Revenge comes in. It's pretty empty. Less cool. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, but you can see there, that's Indiana Jones, Short Round, and Willie as voodoo dolls. That's from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. New York Yankees hat. Well, the reflection's too bad, but this is Air Pirates. It's got all this kind of stuff all over the place.
A few reminders. Face coverings must fully cover your nose and mouth and be worn at all times, except when actively eating or drinking while stationary. Guests that do not comply will be asked to leave. Clean your hands often and thoroughly. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing, and maintain physical distancing. Thank you.
See the bride. I'm sure it's very beautiful at night. Anyway, okay, I don't know if you can hear me. It's pretty windy, but I'm headed over to the Skyliner. We finished at Disney Springs. We've got a bridge to cross. You can see it up there straight ahead. And then over to the Skyliner and on to Epcot. So hopefully that'll be a fun afternoon. It's about 1 o'clock or so. Park's been open for about an hour. But I was over at Disney Springs being merry, drinking at the Jack Lindsay Hangar Bar, and I'm feeling pretty good. So come along.
Okay, so that was my experience of not downtown Disney, shame on me, of Disney Springs. Again, you saw me get my hat. It was an absolute blast. I can't recommend it enough. Stay tuned. We still have to go through the Magic Kingdom. We still have to go through Epcot, and we still have to go through Hollywood Studios. So what is that? That's 3 more videos on my visit to Walt Disney World. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends. And as you know, in this world, when you can be anything you want, especially nowadays, be kind, be humble, be forgiving, be melting snow. See ya.